Here's a delivery breakdown of Ohtani and likely why he throws 100 miles an hour. First thing we're looking at is his simple arm action. He goes down with his hand, but doesn't stay there. He gets his elbow up to shoulder height and back into a good scap load. Now, something to highlight here is that by the time his foot hits the ground, his hand is above shoulder height. Now, some guys get into trouble and that when they land, their hand is below shoulder height, so they need extra time to get their hand up and into layback, and they end up pulling their head to still keep tension in their arm instead of being here, not having to pull, but just rotating and staying on line with their target. So Otani does that really well. He also keeps a really loaded back leg throughout the majority of his delivery. So right here, he's stacked over that back foot. If we draw a straight line up from the foot, we can see his knee and his shoulder haven't really gone away from that line. And he stays there. Even as his body is translating forward as he strides, he's still staying back with that knee. So still in that loaded position until right before he lands. Now it's an explosion of rotational power through his hips going into that front leg. He's still keeping his chest rotated back. So he's got hip to shoulder separation. You can see that stretch through that right pec there. Now, something that he does is he lands very bent, but he doesn't stay there. As he's coming through, he blocks rotational power going forward. So instead of leaking power here, he redirects it up the chain and out his arm to be a human whip. So that is Otani's delivery. Quick recap, simple arm action, elbow shoulder height, hand above shoulders by the time the foot strikes, keeping a very stacked back leg there throughout the delivery. He gets weighed down, sinks into the chair, blocks really well. Even though he lands bent, he gets it straight as he releases the ball, transferring energy back up the arm. There it is.